Your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the afternoon show of the X Fan Show. I am one of your hosts, Dirty. My compadre, Arlington, he loves to oversleep. So, he comes on the show last night and talk about how he's going to give me trouble. But yet here he is oversleeping. As always, so I am in the looking for a new co-host for the X Fan Show on Thursdays because I just don't think Arlington can hang anymore. I think he's just getting too old in his old age. But look, I'm gonna need a new co-host because he's just getting too old in his old age where he likes to sleep a lot. Oh, speaking of my co-host, there he is. How are you, pal?
You really think you're funny doing that? You lucky. You lucky sons of gun. I
What's
swear.
up, Marco? How are you? What are you talking about, pal? I didn't say
Shut
anything.
up. Shut up. Don't say anything. Yeah. Don't say anything is what you need to be doing. Hey, happy birthday, Marco, man. He just recently had a birthday, man. So happy birthday to you, Marco.
Did he? I didn't say anything, buddy.
Yeah.
I was talking about how wonderful you are, how great
No,
you
you didn't.
are,
Come on, man.
how
Come
much
on, dude.
how much
Dirty.
I love you.
Dirty. Don't make me mute you right now, man. Don't make me mute you with the lies that you're gonna tell right now.
I, I
You
I never tell lies. Never,
you oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're
never
doing
tell.
it now though. You're doing it right now as we speak.
Am I? So,
Yeah,
Arlington, let's get into it. Really not a whole lot other than, we got the showcases coming up. We got the rookie draft coming up and stuff like that, right?
yeah. I'm excited to hear about which colleges will participate in this HBCU showcase coming up on the 17th, man. And they're going to stay in Atlanta for another day afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So, really wanting, I saw a video with Marquette King from the Champion Renegades, and
Marco's team.
yeah, he was on Instagram and on their XFL page, and he was discussing how big an opportunity it would be to be at those showcases coming up. So, those that are looking for opportunities, or hopefully you got your registrations in, applications in, and just go as The Rock always says it, go ball out, baby.
Now, okay, Arlington, I'm glad you said that because you talk about the HBCs that are going to participate in this, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I honestly think it should be all of them should be participating in this. I would like to see all of them. I'd like to see all of those players get their opportunity to play in the XFL because it seems like, in my opinion, they have a better shot at playing in the XFL than they
then
do the NFL because it seems like the NFL overlooks a lot of those guys. In my
yeah, and it's kind of sad because um, HBCU football doesn't get looked at like you would Division 1 college football, even though many of those schools are with D1 AA,
Mhm.
and you would think they're actually above D2 and D3,
Mhm.
but they don't get looked at the same. That's because a lot of the coverage these days. Well, now they do have the contract with ESPN, and
Mhm.
the work that uh, Coach Prime was able to do with getting that a better look um, for television purposes, better deals and stuff like that. But they don't get looked at a lot, and so there are a lot of diamonds in the rough, that should be getting looked at.
Well, I mean,
Better. So,
Arlington, let's not forget possibly the greatest NFL player to ever play, voted by his peers. Jerry Rice came out of an HBCU college.
that is correct. As a matter of fact, Walter Payton went to
Well, I mean,
Jackson State,
another one,
running
Walter
back.
Payton, one of the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest, the greatest running back of all time came out of an HBCU. So this is why I like the XFL. And I mean, and look, I know we're an XFL show, but this is why I like the USFL, because it's giving those players the opportunity to have those chances to play in an in a pro style game. So that's
Right.
why I like this opportunity for these guys.
And honestly, if we really look at it, after we just witnessed this past season, the XFL is a lot of fun to participate in. We've had a lot of great action, a lot of great games. Granted, the same thing has happened in the USFL too, believe it or not. But the same can be said for the XFL and the style of the game that they play. It's fun. And I think there are a lot of great opportunities for guys that uh maybe don't even want to say, hey, the NFL may not want me. I'll play in the XFL, and you'll have that league already set up. And I know they've been watching. I know there have been a lot of players that have been seething to get into this type of league.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. And if you really look at it, though, I mean, this even gives guys that are in the D3s, the D2s, right? The
Yes.
JUCO colleges, the opportunities to even play more, where the NFL is not going to look at them. It gives them more opportunities to get more tape. So it's really going to be interesting to see in this rookie draft what schools what schools and what players are going to be involved in this. Because if you look in, and I think when we were in Vegas, Arlington, we really looked at it, and there was a lot of JUCO players taken in the XFL draft
Yeah, a
for
lot of
2020.
those. A lot of former ones were in it, and I don't know how many of them stayed, but there were a bunch that were drafted.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you look right now, the most successful one right now in the USFL is the kid that was on Last Chance U. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
can't remember what team he's playing on. I want to say it was Birmingham, I think.
Right. And
Played for Eastern, what was it? Mississippi or something, whatever one of those is. Whatever. It was like in the first or second season of Last Chance U. He's making a name for himself in the USFL. So
what's up,
that's
Mike?
why good. What's up, Michael? Hey, sorry I didn't call you Mike. I've just been really busy. I will give you a call either today or sometime tomorrow to talk to you. But it's a great opportunity for these players. So it's really going to be interesting. Coming, what we're talking less than 2 weeks away now, right?
Less
No,
than a week.
yeah, next week, next Friday.
It's a week away.
Next Friday. Yes, that's it. DeAndre Johnson. Yes, that's it. That's it. DeAndre Johnson is the guy that I'm talking about that was in the Last Chance U, who is he's on the New Jersey General. See, I knew it was something. I knew it was one of the red teams. I didn't want to say Birmingham or whatever.
You said Birmingham, so it didn't
Did
matter.
I say Birmingham?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. But he's making a name for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's really going to be interesting to see what this rookie class does. What's up, Woody? It's going to be really interesting to see next Friday how this rookie draft really goes and how it's going to, and what players are going to be affected and all that stuff. So that's where it's really going to be interesting to see how this is all going to play out for the XFL, which we're already talking another season coming. It's looking like things are getting geared up. But Arlington, the one thing I want to talk about, and we talked about it last night on the B-Hawk Live, and had it brought to my attention, I think we keep mixing up marketing and fan engagements.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done it completely. The fan engagement and the marketing aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So last night, we had talked about it on the show that the Battlehawks were at the Gateway Grizzlies, right? I was very critical. I know the Queen Hyena was critical about it, talking about, well, nobody knew about it. Okay, is marketing and fan engagement the same thing? Because if you really think about it, it's not.
Okay.
Think about it. Huh?
Elaborate.
So think about it. Marketing and fan engagement. Fan engagement is for already the fans that are there in place, right? Marketing, we're supposed to market towards the new fans. So even though in St. Louis, we get pissed off because we don't see enough of marketing or fan engagement. So they go out and they do marketing to market to the new fans. So why do you really need the old fans there? The fans that are already there to be established, to ask the same questions? Well, why don't you guys do this? Why don't you guys do that? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do this? Those guys are there to market to the new fans, to bring new ticket people in, to buy new season tickets, right? So I think that's where we keep getting the mistake. And like I said, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I've said it, that marketing and fan engagement need to be the same. But is it really the same? If you think about it, it's not.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do you believe now that St. Louis, if they get enough tickets, you think they should just go ahead and open up the dome at this rate? Or do you think that you still continue with the same crowds that you were getting last season?
I think you do exactly what you did this year for the dome. You see how your first game sells, right? See how those first couple weeks sell, and then see what. See, like Michael says right here, simple retention, yes, but the retention is more on the fan engagement. You already have those fans there. You already have those fans there in place, right? Why not go out and market to the new fans? Like, for example, where Michael's at in Orlando, right?
Right.
I would be going to the hotels and saying, hey, if you have a fan that's from Seattle here, and there's a game in Seattle, let's give them a discount on tickets or whatever. I mean, or let's tell them about that the Seattle Sea Dragons are in town, right? In Vegas, prime example in Vegas. Hey, the St. Louis Battlehawks are in town. Tell the fans if they're here, oh, hey, by the way, your St. Louis Battlehawks are in town. You can get a ticket at, here's where you can get a ticket. Go over and watch the game. Market it that way in those areas. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And again, I'm going to go ahead and say, like I said on a Tuesday show, I really think that we were super duper critical of the XFL when it came to tickets and stuff. When at a time they were really just trying to get across, they were really it had a short amount of time to get everything together. Like people like Corey Helvey and John Nervaez, that had head starts and others did not. They were just getting into the mix, and they were trying to get plans out there very quickly, and it didn't work so well. For instance, I will say with Orlando's in a 60,000 seat stadium, right? And so because of that, what is it? Could have them today, but lose them tomorrow. Can't take it. Correct. You can't do that.
Right.
The thing is with Orlando, if they would have had, in my opinion, either better time slots, you can't predict the weather there, right?
No.
Not too many people are going to sit and watch a Orlando game and it's 90 some degrees outside.
Well, I mean, look, we talked about the mayor. The mayor was at an Orlando game and he's like, I got burnt. I mean, so do you have Orlando playing in the middle of the day in Florida? Or do you have them playing in a later
night games? You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to either play during the day or early in the morning, like 7 in the morning or something.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
But that's my point is. My point is, for weather reasons, you got to look into that too. But and also the trust factor was not the same because remember, when they were when Orlando was participating in a different league, they were one of the best attended groups. It didn't matter, and the trust factor was very low. And unfortunately for that team, the Guardians, even though they had the 1-9, they had a 1-9 record, they still were very competitive.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, in most of their games, again, we had talked about this. Most of the games were, out of what, the 40 games, 33 games were decided by one possession or less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, possession.
So, I mean, look, it was a competitive all around. All a competitive game all the way around for the XFL. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think, and we had talked about it. This was a petri dish this year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead.
Looks like that the people that we have in place, or I don't know who's in place, but there were certain people that had, I guess, that had been gone, and they've been building up everything. So it's kind of like I'm sure they kept some people. I mean, we do know they got rid of all their seasonal employees, right? So those fan engagement people, those are the ones that are probably all gone, and they kept some of the ticket agents. You know what I'm saying? See, like right here, Flame Wingman says A-Train has to remember in the AF they had Spurrier as their head coach, in which the whole state of Florida knows him and will come out.
Come on, really?
That's
what we doing. That's what we doing. We really doing that again? Let's get an understanding here. Even I almost bet he can tell it himself. I didn't really coach that season. I had my coaches do the job for me. It was that, if you remember, and I hate to even bring this up, if you remember how all of that was, he was just looking at the glory side of it. He wasn't even looking at the coaching side, just being out there, being a name and whatnot. Because remember, even Hines Ward was a part of this league.
Yes.
And Hines Ward was in the front office, right? So this is a bit different, man. I get it. Spurrier is a name, but Spurrier's done with coaching. And case in point, I saw that where he was at the XFL championship and he's sitting in the stands. He didn't look like he just was there to enjoy the game. I don't think he has an ounce of even wanting to coach again.
Right. And look, and like when I was in Vegas, I ran into Coach Marvin Harris and talked to him. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just kind of done with coaching. I'm just kind of done with it. So, I mean, you got to look at it that way. I mean, you got to look at it that way. A lot of these guys are just kind of done with the coaching thing.
Right. And the thing is, exactly. And that's who he was there for. Andy said it right there. He was there for his son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what? As much as I would love to see Garrett Gilbert back in Orlando, I don't think he's going to I don't think he's going to go back.
Look, here's the thing, though. Here's what we all got to realize, okay? I think that these coaches, no matter what you guys want to say, these coaches are all going to be on their respective page.
Squads.
They're all going to be their teams. So I don't think we're going to get rid of any of those guys. I don't think any of these coaches are going to go anywhere anytime soon or anything like that. So you guys got to realize that they're going to be there. They're not going anywhere. Okay. I mean, look, do some of these people want to say they want to get rid of a coach here and there? Sure, you could say it all you want, but I don't think it's going to happen. These coaches are all going to be there, whether you guys like it or not. They're going to be there for at least another year. So get over that. It's just going to happen. I mean, regardless of what you want to believe, it's going to happen. They're going to be there.
Right. They're definitely going to be there. Like, that's the point, right? That's exactly the point. A lot of these guys are first-time head coaches, and the big thing with the XFL, they wanted to make sure that they got a shot to do this type of thing. You know what I mean? I know that all of them wanted to be a part of that kind, the coaching staff, wanted to be in head coaches, wanted to know what that experience is like. I don't know whether that means that they're gonna, go to the next level and participate in the NFL or whatnot, but they want that shot as head coaches.
Right. Exactly. That's what they want. They don't want to go anywhere else, it looks like, and I mean, maybe they do, but I doubt it. I mean, why would they?
I think it's about building the league. And it was about the whole ordeal of what Danny and The Rock were talking about at different events about what the XFL is supposed to be about.
Mhm.
And they bought in. All of them bought into it.
100%.
Even
100.
the ones that we believe that don't even coaches that we believe that don't even want to be there, they bought into it.
Mhm.
So I think at this rate in the game, they're gonna stay and they want to build. When I seen Rob Woodson at those press conferences, one of the memories I can really attest to is seeing him at the press conference, how much he was talking about Jalen McClendon, who did get an invite for the NFL.
Mhm.
He said he's just a baby, and he said he can't wait to work with him.
Mhm.
So even though Rob Woodson is a defensive guy, he knows a little bit on how doing to do development. And so my biggest thing is I don't think Jalen McClendon is, and I want him to get there, but I don't think this is the time yet. He is still a strong young man. He still can throw the ball. He can move out of the pocket. That is fine, but I think he needs to really work on himself in the XFL. Same thing with Jawan Pass. Jawan Pass did not get an opportunity as much. He tried to take a hold of that opportunity, but just didn't do as hot with San Antonio. And I want to see that happen again next season.
Mhm. So now, okay, I'm glad you said that because the manager says Barlow is the only guy out of the 8 that I see that wants to and could and should move on. I don't know if Barlow
I
does.
don't think so either. That's the thing. Because
I don't.
Wade Phillips is remaining, you know what I mean? And
Huh?
Coach Beck is loving this opportunity and trying to go down the list. Rob Woodson. Rob Woodson would be a guy that I thought that would leave. Same thing with Terrell Buckley. When their seasons weren't going so hot, I thought they were like, you know what, I'm done with this. No, I don't need to do any of this anymore. I don't need to be a part of this. I don't think I can develop as I thought I could. But no, they're in it. They're in it to win it.
Right, yeah,
Right?
I 100% agree with you. I think so.
Stoops is 100% in.
Mhm.
I think even more now because what he proves that he, as a professional coach, he can win a championship. So that's the crazy thing about this league. Sometimes you never know what come out of this, right? Hines Ward is in 100% because he's
Okay, well,
embraced.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, right?
He's
I'm glad you said
100%.
that. Hold on. I'm glad you said that about Coach Stoops and the Renegades, right?
Hmm.
When we had Coach Beck on the team or on the show with
Hmm.
me on the B-Hawk Live show, right? We
Hmm.
asked him about the whole thing with Luis Perez. And if you remember what Coach Beck said, he goes, if Luis Perez would have been on that team earlier, that would have been a different team. That team would have had a better record than what their records showed.
Hmm.
And it's the truth. So it shows you that in the XFL at any given time, and this is what it showed at any given time in the XFL, that a player and stuff like that can really change the complex of a team, the complexity of a team, right?
Even when that first game against DC, they got a chance to check out them as a whole, him and Kelly Bryant, as I'm talking about for the Renegades.
Well, if you think about it,
And they
they
lost
lost
by
the game
what,
by 2 points.
the first time out.
Yeah, or the first time they only lost to Dallas or DC by 2 points.
Right. So that means they got a head start when they got to play them again in the championship game. And the style of Luis Perez showcases that he's a very smart quarterback and a game manager.
Again, we've been saying it, Arlington. Possibly the smartest quarterback in spring football altogether. And you heard Jordan when we had Jordan on right after the game. What did he say? He said Luis Perez is possibly the smartest quarterback in spring football. And
The offensive player of the year giving kudos to Luis Perez. So
yeah,
that should let you know right there that he's somebody. Like even when he played in 2020, he looked way better than Matt McGloin did in that half. They didn't win, but he looked way better, in that game. That 29-9 victory for the Battlehawks. He looked a whole lot better. But so hey, it just goes to show you. And he had his time with, the USFL last year, but see, that's what a lot of these opportunities about, is getting players that still believe that they can, play the game and they love the game. And getting them an opportunity to participate in such a league where they can play at a high level. So that's why I'm always grateful to see guys like Luis Perez, because we've got to know him a little bit. Jordan Teamu, because we've got to know him a little bit. Of course, AJ McCarron, who's a big name himself. We got to know him a little bit, right? And then we also got a chance to see guys like Quentin Dormady, young guys, Jalen McClendon, right? Jawan Paz, Jack Cone, Reed Sennett, even Kurt Bankert that got a chance to play a bit. Brandon Silvers that was in 2020. So a lot of these guys, we got a chance to see, some of them that we witnessed in 2020, and others that were brand new to the game, to see what they were about.
Now, I mean, so here's what's going to really be the interesting question. Okay. So like I said, we'll go, and this is all stemming back from like here, the manager says McGlennon needs another 10 games. Him and Dormady could be the guys if Jordan, Ben, and AJ move out from the guys from last year. I mean, I don't know about McGlennon. I'm not sold on McGlennon. I'll tell you the guy that I am sold on, and I wish the XFL would dump some money into the guy, will be Cole McDonald.
You know what?
There's just something about Cole McDonald that I like. I don't know what it is. There's just something about that kid that I like. And the XFL is smart. I mean, look, I get it, Arlington, and I talked about it on last night's show, and I know that me and you've talked about it. You did not want the relationship with the NFL. I said if the XFL wants to survive, you were right, you still don't. But I said if the XFL wants to survive, they need that relationship with the NFL, right? I don't want to see them taking every single player from the XFL.
And they're not.
No, they're not. But if the XFL is smart, I know they can't compete with XFL or NFL money. Okay. I get that. Okay. I get it. But if you remember what was said to these players, this is about building your brand, right? This is about building your stuff. Hey, listen, I honestly think listen, Flame Wingman, Cole might do good being in Vegas. I think so. I think
I disagree.
Okay. I mean, I think he could do a shot in Vegas.
I disagree. Like
I'm saying,
if Jalen, the only way that changes is if Jalen McClendon does not return to the Vegas Vipers, right? So then they're going to need a quarterback. Okay. Then I guess Cole McDonald would be the guy if you want to trade him out. But I think AJ Smith really wants to work with Cole McDonald. And he really couldn't, because honestly, I really do believe, and I know my guy Cullen Watkins of the Rough 'Em Up podcast, who had a really interesting list of the top 10 XFL quarterbacks for the season. A lot of that offense was revolved around Brandon Silvers.
All right. Now, see, like Flame Wingman says, he fits the Vegas scheme. What was the Vegas scheme, to be honest? What was the Vegas scheme? Does anybody know?
Running style. Because remember, they used a lot with Rod Smith.
That is true. They did. They did.
Used a lot with Rod Smith, and Cole McDonald is a running quarterback. Mobile quarterback the most. But a lot of people wanted to see his arm in Houston, because we knew when he came out there on the field, they knew it was going to be some type of run play. And then when he had the game against the Battlehawks, right, and he got to throw more, it looked totally different. Like he didn't even really get a chance to do a lot of running. And so it looked like they tried to use the style offense from what they were using for Brandon Silvers and try to add that to Cole McDonald, and that didn't work as they hoped.
So then maybe Flame Wingman might be right, Arlington, that he fits the Vegas scheme more. He fits the Vegas scheme better. To be honest, if you really think about it, I think he would fit the Sea Dragons scheme then, because that's kind of what DiNucci was. That's what DiNucci did.
Yeah.
He would fit the DC. He would fit the DC scheme really well then. That's the thing with the XFL is you don't really know what a scheme is because of these how these coaches are. Look, he could definitely fit in the Brahmas scheme.
Yes.
So it's interesting. I don't know what it is about Cole McDonald. When I watched the Player 54 thing and they did the Hawaii showcase, that they featured him a lot in that showcase.
That's where he went to school and played.
Right. There's just something about that kid. He's got the look for a quarterback. He's got the stature of a quarterback. What's up, Leo? He has everything that it looks for an alternative league like the XFL to build it around that kid. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Look, Todd Hundley was paid $200,000. Did he even touch the field that much in Vegas?
Brett Hundley? No, he didn't.
Right, yeah, Brett Hundley.
But that was because what his situation was, he was brought in at a time where Vegas didn't know who really their starting quarterback was. It was Luis Perez, and they couldn't trust in Luis Perez because he didn't fit their type of offensive scheme that they were going for.
Well, right? Again, right, and that's what I've said is certain players, like, Arlison, we talked about this way back in the day, right? Like Tim Tebow. People talk about how bad Tebow is as a quarterback, okay? But is Tebow really a bad quarterback? He was proven a winner in college. Just when he got to the NFL, nobody wanted to adapt to his.
Just knew how to win. That's I know, and I know that sounds really crazy, but he wasn't a great quarterback at all.
I'm not saying he was a great quarterback. I'm just saying nobody. No, you're not getting ignored. Hello, how are you, Harris? We're doing this show. It's always been busy. But I think like certain players that play in college, they go to the NFL that are really great in college, but they get to the NFL and and then they're destroyed because not every single NFL team wants to fit a quarterback's scheme, a quarterback type of play. Okay. Right. That's what I like about the XFL. Okay, you have a guy like Tebow. Think about it. If Tebow had a couple more, like a year or two in a XFL style thing to where he worked on his passing a little more, he might have been a success in the NFL. Okay?
Here, look, he'd have been great in the XFL for sure. Right.
Here, I'll give it to you. A guy like Colin Kaepernick wasn't a great wasn't a great quarterback. He was an average quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But you give him a couple years in the league like the XFL or the USFL to work on a few of his mechanics. I think Kaepernick could have been an above average quarterback.
All right, I'm going to ask the fans this question.
Like Leo says it, scheme fit is the key. And
this is for the fans.
Okay.
The fans is this. Listen. Right now, we've seen who's in the XFL, from the XFL to the NFL. Mm-hmm. Who you think remains in the NFL out the group that, and you can answer this too, Dirty. Who you think remains in the NFL and not return to the XFL?
Shepard.
Think Darius Shepard not coming back? Okay.
I don't think Derek Shepard. I don't think Shepard is coming back.
Okay.
Let's see who else. I think DiNucci is probably going to be could be the backup in Seattle.
Okay. You mean Denver?
Denver, yeah, Denver. I meant he's going to be the backup in there. Okay, so somebody says Ben, Jay, Peasy, and Parker. Ooh. Parker Romo.
I haven't heard anything like. Has he signed with Seattle?
Parker Romo.
No. Jacour Pearson.
No, he's just got invites. He has not signed with anybody. He just has invites. Okay. Parker signed with Detroit, with the Lions, and he's killing it. He is in the lead, for that job.
The kicker job, yes.
Yeah. Baco, I could see Baco.
Has Barku been signed by anybody? I haven't seen anything. I know he's gotten invites, but he hasn't been signed.
I'm just going by the signatures. You know, the Queen, she says Butler.
King Butler. They
Listen,
need some receivers. They do need some receivers.
you know, I agree. Parker Romo is an NFL kicker, period. I 100% agree with that, Leo. 100% agree with that. And then Shepard, who's, you know, he signed his thing with the Chargers. I think he's going to be a Turpin type player in the NFL. Parker Romo definitely, I think, will be the kicker in the for the Lions. Let's see who else. I mean, maybe Butler, because of where he is, and with the Steelers, they really have nothing up there as a receiving class, as a receiving core.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you.
What?
Stop sharing the X-Fan page stuff to the X-Fan page when you already put it out. Stop.
Well, maybe you should do your job and not oversleep.
That's what you're blaming it on. Okay.
Oh, no. He said Barco signed with the Steelers. Now, Barco is that type of player that Tomlin would like.
The list that they have online, Daryl, is invites. That's what I've seen. Like, and I think if they have the signed one, they haven't updated that yet.
Yeah, it's constantly changing. The last I had seen, there were 20 players that were signed to teams. See, now is it here, like right here? I think JPZ size is going to be a hassle to NFL teams, even though they're bringing him in for tryouts. Look, as much as I love JPZ and what that kid can do on the field, I have a feeling that the wingman might be right with his size. Because remember when Tavon Austin came into the league, he was about the same size as JPZ.
The problem was the scheme that he was in. Go back to Leo's comment. The scheme wasn't right.
Right. Yeah. Like, I think JPZ could be like a Wes Welker or Danny Amendola type of player coming out of the slants and the slots. I mean, because he's just so quick coming out. Yeah, see, Barco signed not just invite. You're right, he did. Patrick, see, that's a guy I thought that could do it. Patrick, I thought that was a guy who could do it because of his size. And now he's been released. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, here he is. There he is. Jimmy, of course, Jimmy had to come in, champions, renegades.
Hey, also Marcel Aitman, who was playing with the Raiders, got a shot.
Just to
remind
this. Yep.
You got to throw his name in the hat.
It's going to be interesting to see how how these guys are all going to play out. I'm just loving that they're getting the opportunity to play in the NFL, or to even get the chance to even play in the NFL, to get their invite into the NFL. I'm loving that, right?
Okay. And see, and they, like I said, they haven't updated the entire list, but if you're saying Luke Barker, I haven't seen that. I have seen, Marcel Aitman, Darius Shepard, my guy that just got signed with the Commanders, of course, Brandon Dillon. Then you got Lucky Jackson, which I think he's going to stay. I'll be surprised if
Leo goes, LOL, you got to love Jimmy Hanna's passion, and he isn't wrong.
Yeah, anymore. Especially somebody that don't like basketball. He give me hell all the time about basketball because I be making basketball posts.
Right,
but
yeah.
I do that just to annoy Jimmy, and he know he's going to take the bait.
Right, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. What I'm really interested in is seeing these showcases. Oh, yeah, we forgot about Lucky Jackson.
I just said it.
See, I think Lucky Jackson would be a great addition to the Minnesota team.
Yes.
I think he could do it. But you have, what's his name? You have Jefferson over there.
He's going to need some help. He's going to need some help, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, Adam Thielen, I guess
Adam Thielen's gone, dog.
I guess Minnesota really screwed that one up, didn't he? With let's get rid of Stephon Diggs and keep Adam Thielen because he only had one good year. Let's do that one. How'd that work out for you, Minnesota? So yeah, I think Lucky is going to have a shot. The guy I'd really like to see have a shot was Christian Rambo.
Charleston Rambo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They just got rid of Devin Cook too.
Yeah, Davin Cook just got released.
Hey, Queen, it's not my problem. Your NFL team is idiots.
Hey, listen, Luke Boyku and Hakeem Butler could be impact players for this Pittsburgh Steelers team.
That is true. They could. And I think they could. I think those two might do it. I think Lucky Jackson. I mean, look, Minnesota's a terrible team. They've been ran piss poor for years. I mean, look who their head. I mean, look who their quarterback is. They had Adrian Peterson, then they got him. Now they had.
Why do you do this with everybody's team, dog?
They had Cook, and now they got rid of him. They had Stephon Diggs and got rid of him. But yet, let's keep Kirk Cousins.
Hey, I hope that you have to watch Minnesota Vikings games all year long. I hope you have to watch it. I hope they get Sunday ticket watching Minnesota Viking games, just as a prank.
You think I'm going to be in trouble later, Arlington?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are definitely in trouble, buddy. Anywho, but yeah, now that I've seen the list.
Are we not going to plug our show? This is the X Fan Show.
Oh yeah, sponsored by Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company. Hey, we're broadcasting through the X Fan Legion Studios. I'm A Train. That's the idiot Dirty is, of course. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. People sticking up for Amanda now. Kirk Cousins actually had a good year last year.
This is what I'll say to Jimmy's comment. How about them Renegades? Listen, I want to see them pull the same trick again.
I'm gonna give Jimmy. Here, Jimmy, you ready?
Give him the link.
I'm gonna send you a link, buddy. I'm gonna make a bet with you, pal. I want Jimmy to come on the show because I want to make a bet with Jimmy. Okay.
Another stupid bet.
Another stupid bet. I love stupid bets, Arlington.
I know that is like.
I love
if y'all want to make a bet, go ahead and make it with him. He surely will do it.
Check your messenger. I just sent you a link. So the Vikings are. See, look, you're right. The Vikings are horrible, and so is the rest. Hey.
Yeah, that division. The rest of that division look really farce.
Man, the Bears are taking that division. The Bears are taking that division.
Yeah, that it's a shame. It took losing a quarterback,
right?
A major quarterback at that.
Right now, here, Amanda goes, "Shut up, nerd." Leo says that Devin Cook might be a Bronco or a Dolphin. I could see. Sandy goes, "I finally found you guys." LOL. Dalvin Cook. You're right. I could see Dalvin Cook being a very good fit with the Broncos.
That's good. Yeah, absolutely, man.
If you think,
but like we said, I've seen through some of the comments, seeing like who would just stay in the league, and I like it. DiNucci, Hakeem Butler, even though you're not a big fan of his.
Listen, you gotta give Butler 3 passes before he starts catching balls. He likes to take balls right to the mouth, and then after that, he'll catch them.
I out of the list that I've seen today, I really do think that Ja'Cory Pearson is going to be and Parker Roma are going to be the guys that's going to be impact players. Because all they need is one.
Yeah, listen, with Hakeem Butler, here's the thing with Hakeem Butler. He always takes the balls to the chin. After the 3rd shot to the chin from the balls, he'll start catching them.
I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. A lot of times it was building that rapport with AJ McCarron.
All right, so let's see if Jimmy wants to take this bet. Let's see if Jimmy's got a sack.
What's up, Jimmy?
Got a sack on him. How are you, Jimmy?
Renegade Jimmy, can you hear us, dude?
Can't hear you.
No, that's your problem. That's your
problem. Yeah, I think that's on Jimmy's end.
That's your end. We can hear you, Jimmy. Can you hear us?
Do you have us on Bluetooth? If you have us on Bluetooth, you need to take us off. Hey, drop Jimmy for a second. We gotta
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Jimmy, reset your headphones. Reset your headphones, Jimmy. is what you need to do. So I can hear Jimmy just fine. But I see Jimmy on there. So, Jimmy, I just want you to shake your head. I'm going to make a bet with you, Jimmy. I'm going to make a bet with you, Jimmy.
Make the bet, dude, because you get to it.
Let me pull Jimmy up. Jimmy, hear us.
Still can't hear you.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kick Jimmy out. I'm gonna kick Jimmy from the studio. All right, Jimmy. So we can't hear it. We can't hear you. So Jimmy, here's what you want to do. Get back on there. I'm gonna make the bet. Arlington, here's the bet I'm gonna make with Jimmy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Dallas Renegades or the Arlington Renegades have a better record than the Battlehawks, I will get an Arlington Renegades tattoo.
Oh, where is Toby? Where is Toby?
I will get an Arlington Renegades tattoo.
Toby.
Jimmy, if the Battlehawks have a better record than the Arlington Renegades, you got to get a Battlehawks tattoo. That's the bet, Jimmy. Jimmy goes, make the bet. You're taking the bet, Jimmy. You're taking the bet, right? You're taking the bet, Jimmy. The bet is, if the Renegades have a better record than the Battlehawks, I'll get a Renegades tattoo. And if the Battlehawks have a better
all around, baby.
if
all
the Battlehawks have a better record than the Renegades, you got to get a Battlehawk tattoo. That's the bet, Jimmy.
Let's go, baby.
Do you have it? Do you have the sack, Jimmy? Ovaries grow a set, Jimmy. Do you have it? Do you have it, Jimmy? Do you have it? Because I'll do it. I'm dumb enough to go get a bet. I'm dumb enough to go get a dumb bet tattoo.
Hey, you need to do food or something, man. Like Dallas food or something. He said you don't do tattoos, man.
Don't do tattoos. And then the hyena goes, "Why a tattoo?" All
right. Because he was dumb enough to get it and get brought. If y'all were around 4 years ago at that.
All right. I like DJs. See, Leo goes, I know Dirty would do it. I like DJs. You ready?
Absolutely, he would do it.
Put that back up there. All right, Jimmy. Here's the bet, Jimmy. Here's the bet.
If they ever come out.
Here's the bet. All right, Jimmy. I got it. You ready? Here's the bet. Well, see, that won't work. That won't work because I was going to say you had to wear Battlehawks gear all year to the Renegades games, and I would wear.
Oh, I would freaking love that. You got to say the Battlehawks are the best.
Dirty
Battlehawks jersey.
Dirty is going to get a tramp stamp. See, he goes, that's cool. He goes,
he like the merchandise. No, that he has to wear a Battlehawks jersey when if the Battlehawks and Renegades play, you got to wear the jersey.
Well, they will play. Okay, they will play in Dallas, right?
But no, you can't do that either. You can't.
All right, yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How can we do this? The gear. I mean, everybody's wanting to do the gear. Okay, here. So when the Renegades and the Battlehawks play, he goes, I got my XFL championship jersey. We'll have to figure something out. Jimmy says he won't do tattoos. We'll have to figure something out. Hell, I just might get a Renegades tattoo just for the hell of it.
Okay, you get the Renegades tattoo and he gets the Battlehawks jersey and has to wear it.
Take a picture with the fans at the tailgate. I mean, I already.
So that means this.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's regular season only.
All right.
Regular season only.
All right, Jimmy. I'll do that. Dinner and drinks. Dinner and the drinks. She goes, no, the hell you're not. Yes, I am. I just might get a
tattoo. Chill out.
I might get a tattoo.
See, right.
I know
you might as well get all the XFL tattoos.
I'm going to get a back piece of all the XFL teams with the XFL logo right in the middle.
There you go.
I'm getting a back piece. I've decided. I'm getting a back piece of all the XFL teams.
And you didn't have to make a bet to do it?
Nope. And then when there's another 8 teams come next year, then I'll have to add to that.
Are you making a speculation, sir, on the show?
I don't know what I'm making. I don't know. I never know what I'm.
Did you mute yourself? Oh, you just muted yourself? Okay, I get it. But anyway, folks, hey, of course, again, this show is sponsored by Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company. This is the X-Fan Show Thursday. I'm the A Train. That's the muted idiot, Dirty.
Well, you unmuted me. You unmuted me now.
Oh, I must have, man.
Yeah, you must have. Leo goes, wear full gear in video while burning the other team's jersey.
Oh, y'all are something else, man.
Our fans are evil.
We have evil fans. That's not evil.
The X Fans show, and we X out all the other video podcasts.
Oh God.
Well, we are the original. We are the OG.
Yeah, man. Hey, it gets entertaining every time I do this.
Every
Didn't expect it to be, man.
You never know. The problem is you never know what the hell I'm gonna say.
You're right about that,
That's
man.
The problem.
You're right. Thank you to my master, Dirty, man. Thank you for being there for me, man. Oh man.
Well, we got a big week. We got a big week next week, Arlington.
Yes, we do.
We have the draft coming up next week. Burn the team flag.
Live for that show.
Sandy. Arlington, you want to see something? Oh, speaking of our sponsor, let me
burn the team flag. What is wrong with y'all?
This Arlington pulled it right out of the sun. Wild Sun Brewery beer. Come get some right here. This one's
nobody can see that.
This is the good one. The Sunset Red.
There you go. Sit still. Don't even move, yo. That's
right here.
Don't move, man.
Get it. Watch.
Don't move, man.
The S. There you go. Right through the sun. Disappears. Look at that. I pulled it right out of there, Arlington. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, dang it. I couldn't get it in time.
Boy, Sandy's talking about burning team flags and shit.
Burn the team flags? Come on, man.
Woo, man. Sandy's getting violent. Getting violent. Jimmy says, I'll send you a picture. All right, Jimmy, the bet is if they have a better season record, you have to burn your championship jersey.
Hey, pull up the drinks again, man.
Oh, okay, hold on. Right through the sun.
So everybody can see them, man.
There we go. Right here. This is their 4-pack. Right here.
Stop moving.
I'm trying. Right here. There it is. Look at it. It's beautiful. I'm going to set it right here. Right there. Oh,
and you see the logo in the back.
See the logo right there behind me, right over my shoulder. Pull it back.
There you
go. Sandy's talking.
Winery and Brewing Company. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Sandy chooses violence today. And he goes, I will come up there if you win, and you come here if I win.
Did you go to St. Louis when they played the Renegades, Jimmy?
No, Jimmy had prior obligations. He couldn't make it.
Got it. Okay. But he was supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was supposed to, so he was supposed to.
Get him some Emo's pizza.
I'll go down there and get some garbage barbecue.
Hey, man, be careful. That's an entire state you're talking trash to. It ain't just Dallas.
Hey, listen. I've had Texas barbecue. It don't compare to St. Louis barbecue.
You a liar and a half, man. You're a liar and a half.
Now, unless you go to Orlando.
Wow. Look at the mayor coming in saying with this sugar fire.
He's talking. Now, you want to talk about garbage, St. Louis. I'm not. Ooh.
Oh, sugar fire.
Listen, I did have some really good barbecue in Bob and Dirty Eats Bob Miller's. Okay. And listen, if you're in the San Antonio area, go look up Orlando.
Orlando's Texas barbecue.
That was some good.
Big ups to Orlando's Texas barbecue.
Good shit. That was some good shit.
That was really, really good. Brisket.
That pterodactyl wing that I had that the mayor got from Orlando's. Oh, God.
Really?
Oh, God.
Texas barbecue. Make sure you follow them.
It was so good. Oh, God.
He's really doing this right now.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Anyway, well, yeah, from the fan experiences that we had, especially, in San Antonio, man, great job. Y'all did a great job putting that stuff together, man. And I got to give a shout out to Jorge.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jorge with Viva Texas and the Horns Forward podcast, which you can find through the X Fan Legion. Whoop! Thank you so much for that barbecue, man. We loved it.
Hey, you got to get, and look, let's not forget, I mean, Viva Texas, he did a lot of, that was all out of his pocket.
Wow.
Help from the mayor, but I mean, Viva Texas, he brought in the mariachi band, right? He bought in Orlando, and all of that food, that was all brought to you guys by Viva Texas. He did all of that. That was all him. So, I mean, a big shout out to him. I mean, look, I can't say enough good words about the San Antonio fan base. I mean, guys like Viva Texas, Jason, Leo, RC, Phil. And then, I mean, you know what RC was doing down there, donating the stuff and giving, and having the ribbons made for Mother's Day and stuff like that, and the flowers. And I'll tell you, whatever the hell Leo's wife makes, whatever that, I don't know.
I'm there. Yo, I saw that picture.
Dude.
Leo.
Yeah.
Tell your wife I'm coming down to her family's restaurant.
Whatever the hell that she made, that
man.
Jigger, go.
I'm in. Hey, shrimp and Mexican food are a match in heaven for me.
Match
in. Hey, if you can, Leo, plug that restaurant, man, so we can put it out there. So the next time I'm in San Antonio, that's the spot that I'm going to. Yes. Also, shout out to Alamo Brewing Company for allowing us to be there. To be there for that event, man. Yeah, very good job. See, that's the next group that we need to work with.
Alamo?
Yes.
Okay. For the X-Fan Legion?
For the Legion.
Hey, guys, listen, coming very shortly, we are going to have the website up, and we are going to have a fans corner where you as fans, you go on, you register, where you get to put your fan experience in. You get to put in your experience as a fan for the XFL, right? It's you guys express what you like and dislike and all that. It's going to be your corner, the X-Fan Legion corner, where you guys register. And you can write your own little pieces of whatever the hell you guys want to write. I mean, look, don't be like idiots and cussing every 5 minutes. Don't be dropping F-bombs every other word.
It's dirty, because I expected you to do that on the fan corner.
I haven't dropped an F-bomb in a while on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Have I?
No.
Right. I have not dropped an F-bomb on this show in a long time.
Okay.
You should be proud of me. You told me that next time I drop an F-bomb, you're going to wash my mouth out.
I'll give you cookies.
Yes, right. You said that. I haven't dropped an F-bomb in a while. But yeah, so the X-Fan Legion website will be coming soon. We will have a page. What did you do? Did you do the huddle last week? No, we did that on Tuesday, and we weren't very nice. Actually, we were nice. There was a few little critical things, but we were nice. I mean, overall, I enjoyed the XFL season. I really did. I really did. I really enjoyed it. But that's beside the point. That's done. It's over. We're looking forward to the rookie draft that is this Friday. I know, Arlington, we're going to be doing a show talking about the rookie draft. Are we doing it Friday or not?
Friday morning.
Is that when it is, right?
Yes.
Are we doing it for sure?
Mm-hmm.
Do we really want to sit here for however long it takes? That's 8 rounds. That's 10 rounds, bro.
We could do like recaps of the first halves and stuff, and we'll go from there.
I mean, that's a long time. I mean, I really don't know if I want to sit here on my for that entire time.
Or we can bring in some people to do it.
True, we can. But other than that, Arlington, we ain't got much more to talk about, right?
Nope. It's time to go.
I got to go. I got to go potty and drink some.
Really, you have to announce that to the world.
Hot water.
Why not do that with you, man?
Do what,
hey, man, thank you for everybody for tuning in to this edition of the X-Fan Show. Shout out to our sponsor, Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company. And man, close us out here.
I just did. Here.
Get the music. Hey, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe on YouTube, X-Fan Show.
Do something, please. We love you guys.
We love you. We out of here.
Bye-bye.